And so after the young child who shot his teacher at the age of 6, yeah, it's sad that she has to experience that. You know, she's there selflessly to teach and, well, they call it teach, but to be there with the children. See, these kids are considered disabled, so they have certain things that they teach them that they're not teaching other kids. Sad part of that is the other classrooms and that aren't for the disabled are actually disabling the ones that are yet to be disabled. See, because what it boils down, not even because, just because, what it boils down to is if we're still teaching kids about Frederick Douglass and Christopher Columbus, that tells you right there we don't care nothing about them in the here and now. Because Christopher Columbus, whatever he did, none of it good or legitimately true. So stories like that are concocted to promote an agenda. Children are placed in classrooms to contain this agenda, to keep it going, like they taught you, the adult that you are. They're teaching your kid the same thing that caused your scar. They scar our brains. They don't lynch you by the neck anymore. Too much time. They lynch you mentally at the age, the ripe age, right around where you start to realize things. You become conscious. So here, parents at home, you guys spend a lot of time with the kids, you know? And sometimes you get people saying stuff like, wow, he's really smart. That kind of stuff right there is supposed to tell you that he's ready for you to tell him what you've been through so that he don't have to go through that which you went through the same way you went through it. This is where the beaten becomes the teacher. The real teacher, the beaten becomes the teacher because the real teacher is your consciousness. And if your child is conscious, he's listening to this. Don't be afraid to teach those kids, because when they get to the classroom, they will disable them, disassemble them, and decide to tell them to believe what they taught them to believe.